Hey everyone, Duncan Cage fan here, bringing you guys a concert review from the show that I went to last night, and it was at the House of Blues in Boston, and that was the Deceiver of the Gods tour featuring Amon, Amarth, Enslaved, and Skeletonwitch. Now, I've seen two of the bands that are on the bill. I've seen Amon Amarth. I saw them on Mayhem Fest last summer when they came to Bangor, Maine. And I've seen Skeletonwitch before. I saw them, the only time I saw them before this show was actually when they opened for Arch Enemy back in 2011 in Worcester, Massachusetts at the Palladium. About this show, I haven't seen Enslaved before, and I was very much looking forward to them. This show was, oh man, I think it was almost sold the fuck out. Like, I think that, to be quite honest, there was more people at this show than the Slayer show I went to at the Songus Arena in Lowell, Massachusetts, but that's besides the point. There was a crap load of people there. Skeletonwitch went on first, and boy did they play a blistering half-hour set. I mean, everything, like, basically, there was just no letting up during their set. They played a bunch of new songs. I don't remember a whole lot from their set, because I'm not too familiar with Skeletonwitch's back catalog. I'm mostly familiar with, like, the last couple albums, most of the time. They did play some stuff off Breathing in Fire and Beyond the Permafrost. I did recognize some of those tunes. They played a couple new songs off Serpents Unleashed. Overall, they were just ridiculously awesome. I mean, they're one of the greatest fucking live bands I've ever seen. And the thing I love about Skeletonwitch is that they don't reuse riffs at all. They just have new riffs upon new riffs every fucking time they make any music. It's kind of ridiculous, and they proved how fucking tight they are live. And it was also their guitar player Nate's birthday, so happy birthday, Nate, if you see this. I also actually met the guys after the show, and I will show you this right now. Everybody but Chance did, but they signed my Serpents Unleashed vinyl that I bought at their merch booth, and I'll take it out and I'll show you what it looks like. It's pretty fucking cool. Look at that. That's a damn nice looking vinyl. I'm looking forward to spinning that. I should be having a vinyl update video shortly at some point. But yeah, this was cool. It was cool of Skeletonwitch to sign that, because they're really awesome dudes. Next up we had Enslaved from Norway, and I wasn't too familiar with them either. I mean, I've listened to Retir, I own it, and I love it. I'm gonna listen to them more after I just saw them. They did play a really awesome set. I mean, it was like 45 minutes, and it was just like, it was a lot of black metal-ish stuff. I mean, they are pretty much a black metal band. They sing about, like, Norse themes and whatnot. I really, really enjoyed their set. They were ridiculously awesome. They were, like, pretty much perfect, spot on. They were almost as good as Amon Amarth as far as I'm concerned. Like, all the bands were almost as good as Amon Amarth. Both them and Skeletonwitch. Overall, they were really awesome. And then, of course, we get to the headliners, Amon Amarth. And before we get to that, I'm going to show you the shirt I got. And it's part of the Deceiver of the Gods album cover, but it's just Thor. They had one of Loki, but I didn't have the cash to buy it. I had like 20 bucks left, but I didn't have the, like I said, I didn't have the cash after they were. And before, when I was on my way to the show, I was looking on Instagram. I was scrolling down, and then a couple people posted photos of Amon Amarth, but they were on TV because they were at the Boston Bruins game that night. I mean, that day before the show. And the one of the best things about the show was right at the beginning, right when they're playing, right when they come out and they're about to play Father of the Wolf, which was the opening song in the set. Johan Hegg, the vocalist, was wearing a Boston Bruins jersey, and the crowd went fucking nuts. But he only had it on for like for a few seconds, and then they started playing and whatnot. They played a lot of new stuff. I mean, I know they played that. They played Deceiver of the Gods. They played Shapeshifter, As Lokith Falls, and they played something. Oh, We Shall Destroy. That's another one. And the rest were just basically old stuff. Like, they've played songs like Guardians of Asgard, of course. Runes to My Memory was fucking amazing. That gave me chills the entire fucking way through. It was awesome. And considering that is my favorite Amon Amarth song, period. They played Varyags of Mikkelard. I could never say that. That was really cool. Free Will Sacrifice, Death and Fire, another pinnacle song for them to play live. They played a few off Surtur Rising, The Last Stand of Frege, War of the Gods, which was awesome, Destroyer of the Universe, Cry of the Blackbirds, and also an interesting fact, but one of the best parts, and probably arguably the best part about the whole set, they were playing, when they were playing War of the Gods in the middle, everyone just started cheering, and I was like, what's going on? And I turn around, and there's a dude in a wheelchair crowd surfing to Amon Amarth, and it was awesome. I do have the footage, it'll be up soon. And when he got to the barricade, him and Johan Hegg fist bumped. It was quite the thing to see, to be quite honest. It was almost similar to when I saw one dude in a wheelchair go up on stage during the Cannibal Corpse show last June, and it was awesome. So yeah, after that, pretty much, yeah. And then they came up for their 2-song encore. They came out for Twilight of the Thunder God, which was awesome. And then they closed with Pursuit of Vikings, and they had the whole crowd sing the chorus, which was, wow, that was one of the most powerful shows. And this was honestly the best show for me to start my year of 2014 with shows that are going to be coming up, because this one's going to be a hard show to beat, to be quite honest with you. Overall, it was fun, and after the show, we hung out, me and a few friends, hung out. Like I said, I ran into Skeletonwitch. They signed my vinyl. A couple guys from Revocation were actually at the show. Phil and Dave Davidson from Revocation were at the show. They were cool. Then later on, me and my friends ran into Grootlet from Enslaved, the vocalist and bassist. He was drunk, and we took photos. He was cool as shit. And me and him got on a little topic conversation about Maine lobsters. He was telling me how he liked it. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was kind of interesting. And we were taking pictures. My friend Chris went to take a photo with him, took a photo and all that stuff. And then he's like, since he's drunk, he's like, we have to do a picture where we moon the camera. And the best part about it, we didn't think he was actually serious. So like, he counted to 3, and then 1, 2, 3, he drops his fucking pants outside. I'm laughing my ass off, and I ran away. I was just so fucking, like, that made my whole week right there. Just seeing that, because it was hilarious. I couldn't stop laughing. I was laughing for a good 5 minutes straight. And so were my friends that were along with me. So after that, we waited outside Amon Amarth's bus, and they came out. They were nice. I only had one other CD that I bought after I saw them at Mayhem, which was Versus the World, and I had them sign that. So that's the only... Now, basically everything Amon Amarth related I have, besides my t-shirts, are signed by the band. They were really awesome dudes. Johan Hegg was definitely taller than I expected. I knew he was a tall guy, but I didn't know he was as tall as he is. He's huge. And then after we met them, we hung out with them, we talked to them quite a bit. And then we went to this place to eat, Boston Beer Works, which is around the corner from the House of Blues. And when we walk in, we see that Grootlet from Enslaved is actually at the freaking restaurant. And we're just like, what's going on? And then later on, my friend Chris decides to arm wrestle Grootlet, because Grootlet was actually arm wrestling a bunch of people, which was hilarious. And then as soon as that... And I also have footage of the arm wrestling shit. That might be posted on YouTube, I don't know. But soon after that, when we're getting food, I turn around and some of the dudes from Amon Amarth came in, and we're gonna have some drinks. I think it was Olive, Ted, and Frederick from Amon Amarth. They all came in. Johan Hegg was feeling a bit sick that night, so he didn't go out at all, which kind of bummed me out. But it was cool to meet him anyway. All the guys in Amon Amarth are super nice dudes. We talked to them for quite some time. And, yeah, I didn't get home until about 5 o'clock in the morning, well, this morning, so it was a pretty brutal drive for me. I was pretty fucking tired, but overall, it was a really fucking good night. It's the best night I've had in a very long time. So, yeah, that's basically my review of the show. If this tour comes anywhere near you, please, I advise you to fucking go, because this is a tour you do not want to miss. And from when I was talking to them, they're going to be coming back to the States in the fall, so if you missed them on this tour, you can see them again this fall. Overall, I'm gonna have to give this. This was basically a perfect show. I don't even dare give it a score. It was that fucking awesome. Amon, Amarth, Enslaved, Skeletonwitch were fucking killer, all three. So, yeah, that's my review. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for subscribing and watching. I'll see you guys later. Peace out and keep it metal.